Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Hi, my name is Carlton Dawson, and my faith has worked for me in tremendous ways. I stepped out on faith straight out of college. I was 23 years old, and I gave myself two options. I said, well, Carlton, you can apply for some schools because you are a music ed major, so you can apply for a couple of schools as a music teacher, or you can go another route and live with your parents and save up money and move to Atlanta and try to pursue a career in being a recording artist and acting. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to apply to one school because that's just the type of person I am, just to be spiteful. I'll only apply to one school. And because I had stars in my eyes like any other 23-year-old singer and dancer. And so I applied for a school down here in Brunswick, Georgia, Satilla Marsh Elementary School, and came down for my interview, really gave it the best shot I could. And God blessed me with the job position. And you can imagine my excitement. I was totally excited about it. And I kind of took it as a sign from God. And I was like, okay, God, this is what you want me to do. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to give it my best shot. And upon moving down here, my faith was really tested because Brunswick, Georgia can be so harsh sometimes when it comes to making friends and trying to really expand. And I didn't know anybody down here except for two people. They were like parent figures to me. And so I really had to start from scratch. So for a while it was just work and going home and no friends or anything to kind of pass the time. And I eventually kind of got to a point where I knew that I needed to have some type of outlet where I could vent my feelings to someone and I could really invest in somebody and, and not have my mind on work all the time. And so I prayed to God and I asked God to send some Christian individuals my way that would really invest in who I was as a person and that would really believe in me and support me. And I literally, maybe a couple of days later, met Lydia McCullum and Celia McCullum and their family, their mother and father, and they showed me so much love and support. And through Lydia, I was introduced to another one of my good friends, Elliot Van Otteren, who is a tremendous photographer, and just so happened to be interested in my music. And that was great because moving down here, I really didn't think that anybody would be interested in me being a songwriter or especially the type of music that I do, because I'm an independent recording artist and I do pop and R&B and very dance heavy music. And here I am moving to a coastal small town in southern Georgia. I didn't really think anybody cared. I mean, look at the way I dress. It's just, I look different, than anybody that really lives around here. Not really a polo and khakis type of person. So there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not me. So yeah, God brought Elliot my way, who really not only, invested in me as a friend, but believed in me and believed in my talent. And he's, support me with my music and stuff. And I got a phone call from family members in Atlanta that are in production and musical production, and they kind of touched bases with me and randomly wanted to work with me, which was crazy because I hadn't talked to them in years. And so it was just like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. And it's like the more I really invested in where I was and, influencing the kids' lives that I teach every day, the more opportunities for my music started coming. One of my parents at the school decided that she wanted to do my graphic design for my album and everything, and things have just started slowly coming together in a crazy way. And so that's been really rewarding, and it's been really awesome because I was really giving up. When I moved down here, I kind of gave up. I gave a couple of tries to things as far as like trying to trying to start a music career down here, and they were to no avail. And so I kind of had given up. And right when I gave up and said, okay, God, it's got to be you. You're going to have to do this. He orchestrated sending so many people that believe in me and my music. Another way that faith has really worked for me in my life is when this has been actually quite recent, I started to fall ill for about 2 months. I was having some medical concerns. And this is, I'm 25 years old, so I'm still fairly young and never really had any bumps in the roads in medical history until this point in my life. And it was a very scary time. If you can imagine me I live 5 hours away from my parents in Columbus, Georgia. And, I didn't have anybody that I felt like really, really loved me and supported me, but I was so wrong. I felt that way, and I was totally wrong. God brought so many friends in my life, the friends that I had invested in and had invested in me, to be there for me and to really witness to me throughout that time, because it was definitely a scary time for me, a broken time for me, and even Lydia McCullum's father, Hans McCullum, stayed with me during this particular procedure, and that was just amazing to me because he has his own medical battles that he's dealing with that are far more prominent than mine are. But seeing how he stepped what he had going aside to just, make me feel like I was loved for one day, that somebody really cared enough about me to be there and support me through something that I thought was so big but was trivial compared to what he's going through. That really showed that he's such a servant in the way that that he was just transparent, and like he was so genuine in the way that he was there for me. And I feel like seeing him and his life, he's been such an inspiration to me of what faith can do in my life and in others' lives. And I really feel like he was kind of an angel that was sent to me, and he's just really been such a great father figure in my life and a great inspiration to me. And so moving down here and obeying what God told me to do has just has been great.
Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee.
I'm Carlton Dawson, and that's how faith works for me.